Hi guys. Hi Cowardly. Hi Maro Kazam. How are you guys? Sorry I'm late. I wish I had a good excuse. I kind of do actually. In my opinion, it's okay. Finally, I know. Hi International Park. How are you guys? I'm sorry for being so late. I joke, I know, but I do feel bad. I try to be here on time because I really appreciate it when you guys are here. So I do feel bad when I'm late. But today just was so today was exhausting, and you guys already know what I was doing and why I was late. I was napping. My alarm went off to wake up from my nap, and I said, snooze, 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 snooze. It's okay, just giving you a hard time, I know. But yeah, that's why I'm a little late. I was snoozing that alarm. It's just, I couldn't get up. And today at work, it was like a good day. I really like my job, but sometimes I feel like they expect a lot from me because I've been there for so long, which like, I guess makes sense. But like this morning, they assigned me the task that I usually do at 5 a.m., but I got there at 6. So they're like, oh, do you think you could still do XYZ? And I was like, yeah, totally, I can do that. So I, just said yes, I can do it with 1 hour less than I normally do. So I just felt like I was going kind of fast and I'm a little tired. And then I did kind of, not mess up, but I like did a few things not correctly. And then they had to come up to me and be like, hey, like, just so you know, like this was wrong. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. It's almost like I had less time than normal to do it and felt rushed. That's crazy. So I think I was just a little tired. Rena was wrong. I'm just kidding. This didn't happen. I'm never wrong. No, it actually happened twice today. Not just once. 2 separate occasions of the same thing being wrong. It's okay. It's really not a big deal. I've been there. Like I have good standing at my job, and I appreciate that. And I feel like they respect me and I respect them. But today was a little stressful, and I just love getting there at 5 in the morning. I don't know. I know it sounds insane to say out loud and probably to hear, but I do like getting there at 5 a.m. You are nutso. I love it. I'm so tempted to change my schedule at work and say only scheduling me 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. That would be limiting my potential shifts, so that's the only thing stopping me. I'm tempted to do it though. I like them so much more. That extra hour of being without customers. I will say today was a good customer day. People were really nice to me. And just, it's funny, like I like customer interactions, okay, most of the time. Can you just tell the scheduler that you really like those shifts? I can, and I do. But sometimes they say like, oh, yes, it's good that you told me, but also keep in mind there's 100+ other employees telling me that they like this, da, 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 da. So it's better if I just change my availability to not being able to be scheduled outside of those hours, if that makes sense. So it just depends. We just got a new schedule writer, so who knows what's gonna happen there. But yeah, love me a 5 to 1, which tomorrow I have a fucking 6 to 2 again, but then I have 5 to 1s the rest of the week, which is nice. But yeah, I feel like I had something else. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about customers. I know I complain about customers because I should. They're crazy sometimes, but I had some really good ones today, some really nice ones, and those make it worth it, like the crazy ones and the mean ones are they're comical, okay? I laugh at stuff like that. Like, you act crazy and rude to me and I will stand there smiling and maybe I'll chuckle, okay? Whenever you talk about what you do at your job, it's all so mysterious because we don't yet know what you do exactly. I know, and I kind of like it that way. Ideally, one day, I can do this all the time. I can stream to you guys, and then I can reveal it and be like, I used to do this. That's kind of my dream. But or I find a better job in real life that I like, and then I can move on, you know. But yeah, as of right now, I kind of like to keep it a secret. I think it's kind of fun that way. But I do work in retail and I do interact with customers, and yeah, today was fun. Funny people, like so my name is Marina, and a lot, it's so weird. Not a lot, but like I would say like at least I've had at least like 10, which sounds like a lot. I don't know. Hi, K-Dog. How are you? Happy Wednesday? Happy Wednesday. They often, not often, in the past couple years that I've worked at this job, I've had maybe 10 to 15 people ask me if I speak Russian. Like that, it just seems like that seems like a high number, does it not? Like, I get it. Like my name is like maybe it's of Russian origin. I think also it might be Italian. I don't know. But I had someone today ask me if I speak Russian, and I was like, you look Polish? Thanks. I guess. I have never taken one of those, if they ask, say "niet." Then they're gonna start talking to me in Russian. That is an odd thing to be asked, right? No one said it was a compliment. It was a statement. Well, I'm taking it as one, babe. Thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, it was odd. And then another woman said she liked my teeth, and I was like, I just went to the dentist. Thank you. And then another guy asked me what my middle name was. Like, he said my name, and he's like, oh, what's your middle name? And I was like, I guess I'll tell you. It was just odd. It's kind of funny. I don't know. I like out of the ordinary customer interactions because they kind of keep the day a little different. Can't a man have hobbies? Actually, no. It's still March. No hobbies for men in March. Stand by that. But yeah. I mean, maybe he's about to have a kid and wanted to know what I don't know. Maybe he's getting ideas for his baby list name. But yeah, it was just kind of random. I thought it was kind of funny. But it just took, I was just tired today, so that's why I just slept a little bit longer. Do you not just lie? Like, lie about my middle name? I would lie? I can't think that fast on the spot. Like, what would I say? Gertrude? Like, I don't know, just like something crazy random. I don't know. You sound better than me at doing that, K-Dog. Trump. Ask them why they want to know. I mean, I should have. That's the thing. Especially when I'm working, I kind of am I'm locked in. And I don't know. If they ask me a question, I'm gonna be truthful and give a truthful answer. So that man knows my middle name. You guys won't know my middle name, but that man does. So unless one of you are that man. But anyway, hope you guys are doing swell, fantastic, better than average on this fine Wednesday. You gotta start lying. I mean, I guess it's never too late to start. I guess what I'm worried about, as far as anyone is aware, I'm a doctor. Well, that's not a lie, so we do know that that's true. I think my thing that I'm worried about is if I did lie and really had to, like, what if I had to keep up the lie? Because we have repeat customers. What if he's like, oh yeah, you're that Russian spy. Yeah, remember, you're that Russian spy with the middle name Trump. Remember? And I'll be like, oh yeah, sorry, silly me. You don't have to keep up the lie. That's when you gaslight. Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss. Russian spy. They've never been to your store before. That's so funny. I'll be like, wait, this is my... What are you talking about? Russian spy? This is my first day. I'm in training right now. This is weird. I don't know what you're talking about. Wait, that's not a bad idea. I really don't understand why I have to wear a name tag. I've said this before. That is just real odd to have someone ask what your middle name is. I know, it felt a little weird, but I was like, you know, maybe he just like, I will say, I feel like my name flows. My first name and middle name. I feel like they flow nicely. So maybe cause he did say my name when he was like, oh, thank you, Marina. And then he was like, oh, what's your middle name? He seemed fine. It didn't seem like it was a creepy thing, but I don't know. Whatever. So I was saying, I don't get why we have to wear name tags. They don't need to fucking know what my name is. Was his name Albert? I should have asked. Like, oh, well, you want to know my middle name? What's your first, middle, and last name? I'll trade you. 1 name for 3. Yeah, I don't know. It was a little weird, but it felt fine in the moment. He seemed nice. It was interesting. But yeah. Now that man knows that information about me. Like, I wish I could wear a fake name tag. You know what I mean? Like, what? And I just go by Samantha at work. You know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever. Tina. They can call me Tina at work. Or we can like switch name tags with other people. I don't know. They don't need to know. They don't need to know my name. But that man knows my middle name. Anyway. Happy you guys are here. This is a really chill stream just because I just feel a little brain dead today. After working. And just today's my Monday. I don't know why I wear a name tag the kids can't read. Well, you're a doctor, so I think doctors do need name tags, actually. Kids, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you're a pediatric doctor. That's what it is, right? No, but that is so funny. The kids can't... Like, my job does not... You don't need to know my name for me to do my job. Does that make sense? No, I'm a dentist. I could see you being a dentist. But yeah. Overall, going back to your job being a mystery, I think you should reveal it for a special event. I could be down. A special event being I'm popping off on Twitch and I don't need to work at my job anymore and I can Twitch full time. That's the special event. Manifesting it. Anyway. Chill stream today. We're just painting. I'll be dead before then. K-Dog, please. Please don't die. Don't get in the pod. If you're dead, then Cowardly's also dead. Anyway, I just didn't want to do anything too crazy today, so we're just gonna be painting. Only because of the time difference. Okay, there we go. Makes sense. Makes sense. Here is... Oh, it's closed. This is the progress we've made so far. I was considering playing Minecraft, but I didn't do the proper research that I wanted to do beforehand. And also I asked my friend advice on how to slay the Ender Dragon, and he made it sound like it's gonna take me a while. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna let it take me a while, and I'm gonna not feel rushed. But like when I was playing with him, he did it in a week. It was crazy. I was like, he just casually on Discord one day, he's like, oh yeah, by the way, I slayed the dragon. I don't know if you wanted to do that, but I did it. And I was like, well, fuck you, I guess. I wasn't gonna do it. I didn't even know that existed when we were playing. But yeah, I'm gonna do some research. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. Research Ender Dragon. I'm gonna make a spreadsheet probably and list off all of the things that I need to do to prepare, all of the supplies that I need, and then we start going. It'll be fine. We're gonna slay it, literally and figuratively. And it'll be a good time. It's always a good time. Anyway, for those wondering, this is a thin canvas, miscellaneous brushes, acrylic paint, and that's all it is. That's all, folks. I'm just so anxious about knowing what you do for your job. I don't know why. You make it sound like this unique job that no one else does in the world. That's so funny. I will say that my job is not unique, but the thing that I do at my job is unique. I don't know if International Park is still in here. He's my brother. You can agree or disagree. I am. Don't give away anything about my job, but would you agree that that's kind of, you are unique, thank you. But like the thing that I do at my job, there's only 3 of us who do it. So I don't know, it's different. I would say that the thing that I do is unique. I don't know for sure what you mean, but I think I do. I think you do know what I mean. It's not a crazy, different job. I'll text, yeah. I just have, a special job within my job. Which, I can't explain unless I, tell you what my job is. I guess you can't find out? Not yet. One day. You'll find out one day, I'm sure. See what he said. Yes. Yeah. That's exactly what I meant. That's why I wanted to know so bad. It's a mystery. One day. Okay, also, I had a question for you guys. Is the term pay pig something that I can give you a hint? I'm scared what you're gonna say. Is the term pay pig, well known, or is that something that we kind of just came up with? Because I was trying to describe to my manager about it. Let's say she puts her autistic skills to use. Okay, International Park, that's enough. Pay pig is a term. Okay, because I was explaining it to my manager, and he's like, you've said this before, and I don't think I've heard of it before. And so then I was like, oh my god, do I sound crazy? But yeah, I was talking to him about that today. Pay pig is a term, part of FinDom, financial domination. It's a kink. Okay. Good. I was like, damn, I'm gonna sound crazy to him. Sick. We love kinks. Pay pig kinks. Woo! Anyway. Oh, I was gonna change the music to what to end this one. Just to a slightly different vibe. You still did? I'm sure I did. Well, this one manager, he follows me. I have a few people I work with who follow me. And it's so funny. He told me recently that he has notifications on, so he'll get a notification on his watch, and he'll be working, and if people are around, he'll be like, oh, Rena's streaming. It's so funny. I don't think he really watches me, but The one with the 3-letter name? No. The one with the 3-letter name probably doesn't know how to use a computer. With peace and love. You wouldn't be able to figure it out. I've tried describing this to him. This man is like the man we're talking about. He's the 70-plus-year-old man. He wouldn't be able to figure this out. I tried explaining to him what Twitch was, and he's like, he sounded like he was worried for me. I don't think I explained anything. If anything, I think I stressed him out by explaining what Twitch was. There are some women who get wild amounts of money where their job is to be that kind of woman. I know! Trust me, I know. It's crazy. Crazy. I mean, to each their own. If that's what makes y'all happy. Pop off, I guess? Anyway. I feel like it sounds like it would be really easy to become a woman, like a woman in that position. But I feel like it's kind of hard. I've had friends talk about wanting to do something like that, and I'm like, I feel like it's just like a right place, right time type of thing, you know? It could also be situational too, because some people want like actual, like something back, you know, like whether that be like talking or like actually seeing the person. But there are some situations I've heard where quite literally the guy just wants to send money and that's it. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. That's it. But like I said, to each their own. Pop off. Pop off if that's what you want. Like Lana Wads. When she was in here and she was saying that some guy at her work was just like, oh, what would you like to someone else? He was like, what would you do if I gave you $2,000 right now? And the girl was like, I'd probably cry. And he just gave her $2,000. Like, what? I could find a YouTube video of an interview of a woman who does that for a job. Do we watch? Like, how does that happen? Oh, that should be gray. I left that blank for a reason. Pay pig. What a term. Oh my gosh, did you find one? Let me see what it is. Inside the world of financial domination, men beg me to take their money. Found one that is not sexually explicit or anything. Should we watch it? What if it has something bad in it? Oh, it's a public broadcasting service. That should be fine, right? You watch it? Let me pull it up. This is crazy. Okay.
Command, send another 200. Good little piggy.
Good little piggy!
Who find pleasure in giving strangers their money.
They'll literally just meet me at an ATM, hand me cash, and then we'll go our separate ways.
He said, I've got this fantasy. I would love to get out a loan and give it to you. $50,000.
No, it's not transactional. There are no sexual favors involved, and most of the time these people will never meet.
They are just sending
That's
money
crazy.
for your approval and your validation.
I would have been able to buy a freestanding house.
And the internet is filled with videos of people selling it as an easy way to make money.
If you're looking for a quick way to make some money real fast, look no further because I have the thing for you.
It almost sounds
See, that's the thing. Once it gets to a certain point where it's so popular, the ratio is going to be off. There's going to be too many people offering this. Can you turn it up? Absolutely. The ratio is off. Too many people would obviously just want money. Less people are the ones. There's going to be less people wanting to give it. I don't know.
sounds too good to be true, right?
It does
This is
sound
a
too good to
look
be true.
inside the world of financial domination.
This is crazy.
So I actually bought this car as a birthday present to myself. I won't say the exact amount, but from Findom alone, I do make 5 figures a month, yeah.
Actually
so
crazy.
Right now we're going to the ATM because one of my pay pigs wants to do a cardless cash transaction. So that is when they will like send me some bank codes. I'll go to whatever bank ATM they're with and then put in the codes and pick up however much money that they are giving me.
Oh my
we do a
god.
fun little thing. If he doesn't make a certain like weight loss by the end of an agreed upon time, I cut his allowance down.
What does she mean by that? She cuts her
I'm
allowance
waiting
down? I missed that. If he doesn't make a certain weight loss. I don't get it.
If he doesn't make a certain like weight loss by the end of an agreed upon time, I cut his allowance down.
I don't get that.
I'm waiting outside the ATM. Hurry up and be a good little pay piggy and send me the code so I can drain all of your money. Ooh, they just came through. I can't wait to spend your money while you're at work all day.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
300. All right. Happy to send more if you need.
What did he send? I missed it.
Should we? Okay, 300. All right. Happy to
300?
send more if you need. Should we say more or should we? Is 300 okay? I demand send another 200. Good.
Sounds like he's setting a thing where he has to lose weight. Okay, so she's motivating him to lose weight. That's fucking crazy. I'm sorry, this is crazy.
All right. We're G to G.
I mean, if this is what they want, if this is what makes these pay pigs happy, by all means, this isn't hurting anyone. If you're giving this money out and you're in debt, that's another thing. Okay, then that's bad.
So I've just gone to the
crazy.
ATM and what a good little pay piggy. You got out $1,000 instead of 500. I wonder what
Oh
I'm gonna
my
spend this on.
gosh. Okay, so and he is getting stuff back. He gets these little videos. He
This guy
gets little
always
whatever.
will tell me an amount and then he'll give me a little bit more, which is fun.
That was probably like, think about it. All she had to do was go to the bank. That was probably like 30 minutes of work. Sex work is also the same thing. It is two consensual adults and it doesn't hurt anyone. Exactly. If it's not hurting anyone, I have no problem with it.
To the video that I
This
sent.
is just
He
crazy.
said, I'm so worked up. I'm gonna
Crazy.
love that. And then yeah, he just said can't wait to do it again. So okay.
I wonder how many she has.
Minky lives on the Gold Coast.
Like, how many
is
of these
studying
guys she
psychology,
has?
and over the last 2 years has been a
I'm
financial
assuming they're men.
dominatrix.
My longest sub that I've had, and we've got a great relationship. He came to me and he said, "Oh, I've got this fantasy. I would love to get out a loan and give it to you."
Hey, pigs hurt themselves and their family,
$50,000.
so
And I was
that's what
like,
I'm saying. If it's hurting someone,
let's
then that's
lower
the
that
problem.
right down because I want to keep
What
our
if your dad was a
relationship
pay
going.
pig? Then he's disgusting.
And I
pay
could
pig.
see that he could comfortably pay off $25,000. In my head, I was like, yeah, all right, you're probably not going to do this.
And did he just give you the full 25?
Yes, yes.
Crazy.
Minky built an online following as an adult content creator. Now, men on the internet seek her out to financially serve her. And no, I know what you're thinking, there is no sex involved.
His kink is the struggle to feel like, oh, I'm working so hard and I'm just giving it all to a woman. He's one of my favorite subscribers because he pays a lot of money.
Crazy.
So for someone who doesn't
Like
know
they just have to
femdom
have like low self-esteem where they don't feel like they could give that to a real woman who then would like you could have a relationship with that woman, you know? I believe most pay pigs are like this are making 5 figures like rich businessmen. I think there's a lot that aren't though too. That's the thing. I don't even know if I would say most. Maybe in this case where they're giving out thousands of dollars, I don't know.
is.
Findom or financial domination is basically a power play kink where the man finds pleasure in handing over his finances to a woman.
The people who are willingly and consensually handing over their money are the submissives. Sometimes they go by pay pig, and most of the time they're men.
So I've got access to his bank account and I've got his card in my Apple Pay. At first, I was shocked. I hope there's not girls out there that are just going in and taking everything. But now it's just another day at work for me. Yeah.
Crazy.
Hey girl. Hello, how are you? Good. People are like, why would someone give away money? But what's more powerful than money? Nothing. Some guys really like to be bullied and degraded. I'll maybe take a video and say, "You're so fat and disgusting." Oh my God. Of course, I would never say that without them asking me to. Everyone's like, Some guys just like to see the girl live a lavish lifestyle. They'll say, "Show me all the bags," and laugh at me.
Minky has never met any of these men, and some of them have been sending her money and gifts for years.
The
I would
sexual
almost
part
be
actually-
worried. Like in that position, you've never met these people, but they're also kind of obsessed with you. Like, what if one day they just snap and they're like, "Well, I know where you are, I know where you live." I don't know.
Takes place
It's a little scary.
after. They will go and have some fun with the memory of what we've done. I'm really excited to take your money. I do have subs that I'm just allowed to transfer myself money. I have got subs that are like, here are my bank details, and we will discuss a weekly allowance that they will get, and they will give me the rest. If you do something naughty or bad, I'll make that allowance smaller and smaller. They love to be like, "Oh my God, I've got nothing left because I've given it all to this beautiful girl,"
I feel like it is a risk of any kind of work style. Oh, exactly.
whoever that may
Definitely.
And to guarantee that Minky actually gets the money, some guys will set up their own blackmail.
be. I've been like, all right, well, why don't we do some nudes, and then I'll just have photos of you. They've been like,
Oh my
well, here's the contact of my
God!
parents. If I stop giving you money, send these nudes to my parents. If I was going
That's
to
crazy.
send a voice note to somebody that really liked to be bullied and degraded about their appearance, I would ask for a photo of them just so I could see what we're working with. So I'm just zooming in on the photo that you sent me. This is pathetic. And with that face, no wonder you're a virgin.
Rent is
Oh
due.
my god.
It's time to pay your taxes, you little pay piggies.
While financial submissives are usually men, not all dominants
This
are
is-
women.
You do get
This is what I'm curious about. I'm glad they
a
put
lot
this
of
in here.
time wasters in this field. I'd say 80 to 90% are time wasters. So you get people reaching out to you, pretty much just wanting your attention, sort of pledging that they're going to send you all this money, and the reality is they don't. They just want to talk to you. That's like a little bit of the game as well. Like the more that you send me, the more attention you get.
Kyron works in the sex industry.
Valid.
He never really thought about doing financial domination until a couple of men reached out and asked if they could give him money.
This person in particular sends between $20 to $50, probably once or twice a week. They're quite regular. They'd rather give me the money than go out with their friends. So they'll be like, I'd much rather serve you, sir. That's probably a pretty common theme amongst them is that they're
I get, like, I want them to do what makes them happy, but I also, in the back of my mind, like, hearing that makes me a little sad. I want them to go and, like, do things, like, it's like I'm torn because I want them to, like, that makes them happy. They enjoy doing that. They enjoy giving this person money. But I wish that they could also find that in themselves and, like,
depriving themselves
do something else that makes
to-
them happy.
to better my life, which is a pretty cool perk of the job, I think.
Beta Boy Tax 2.
I probably make $500 to $600 a week from FinDom. It's obviously not enough to live off, but it's a nice supplement to my other channels of income. Yeah, I guess you get a little bit of imposter syndrome and thinking, what value are you providing here? People are sending you money and not initially really wanting any service in return. It's more about the emotional side of things. A lot of my subs are mostly the homosexual men. I think there's like a sense of internalized homophobia. So I'm quite a large person, but
I want to hear about the women who
generically
do
attractive
it.
to some people. There definitely is an aspect of sort of fetishizing that I'm a straight man, and whether I look like their bully in high school or something, I don't know. I guess they get some sort of pleasure in that, maybe shame perhaps. It's a hard thing to navigate, not wanting to cross a line, like while at the same time something they want to do. I've got to really make sure that I'm not making the situation worse internally for them.
In the older clientele, he sees something a little different.
There's a bit of a savior complex. They want to feel like
I'm sure there are cases where men have gone into massive debt over this, but I don't think it is a lot of men making little because it is taking away from actual needs. Yeah, but I'm sure there are
they're
cases
supporting you
where
and saving you from this life.
it is,
You know what would save
unfortunately.
me? Yeah, $1 million. Which would give me like half a flat in Brunswick.
I recognise you from somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. See your search history, or compared to my other incomes, it's probably a lower effort. It's getting more popular to be a fin dom because obviously
Why are
it
you
looks like a
exposing
very
us to
easy
this?
way to
I'm
make money. Thank you
curious,
so much.
cowardly.
I've been
It's almost
around,
over.
Like this industry for a while, and like around kink and BDSM, so it's just like not a matter of just setting up an
It's almost
Instagram
over.
account and then all of a sudden you're gonna have 500 people wanting to send you cash.
Even though lots of dominants are open about findom, submissives are a little more private. I start talking to a couple online.
Sorry for the late reply. I had to pick up extra shifts after being drained. It started as a euphoric feeling, nervous, excitement, having my fate in someone else's hand.
And sure, the excitement comes in the risk, but not all risks pay off.
So it's like
A lot of people
gambling.
just don't want to verify it's them when asked. But those scammers got me a few times at the beginning and definitely made me look like a bit of a fool.
I come across a findom support group. It's run by a guy called Kurt. For 10 years, he was addicted to sending money to women online.
For me, the transfer of money was always, it was like a sacrifice. It is like temporarily not existing. It's just to escape.
There were years where Kurt sent money every single day, until eventually he was bankrupt
See,
and
this
his
is-
relationship had
This
broken
is a
down.
good video. Thank you, Maro Kazam, for sending this. It kind of covered all the parts that we wanted to know about.
It had gotten to the point where I had multiple loans, credit card debt, basically declared bankrupt. What I've spent over years, I would have been able to buy a freestanding house and 2 really good cars. for that
That's
kind of money.
crazy.
Kurt has now seen the evolution of findom over 15 years. He says it's pretty obvious why it's become more popular.
You get a very big chance that the primary motivation is money and not the interest in the kink. The commercial incentive has grown.
Some dominants have even targeted people in online support groups
Oh,
where they're
that's
looking
fucked.
for help with their addiction.
It becomes interesting for DOMs to pull someone's recovery into a Findom play and obstruct that recovery.
You
Over
had 100
time,
questions
the
about
most
pay pigs.
worrying
This
one
video
for
has
me
101
is
answers.
that
Exactly.
Addiction itself has become
That's a good
fetish.
video.
Dr. Sarah Ashton is a psychologist and sex therapist who specializes in kink.
Is there anything in particular that surprises you about Findom?
No. It makes sense, right? Money represents power on so many levels.
That's what I'm saying. Literally anything could be a kink. And this does make sense. Money kind of makes the world go round. It really does. Yeah, that's why it is way fucked to prey on vulnerable people. Yeah, that's fucked. It is fucked.
Think about what it gives
It's
someone
crazy.
in their life, what freedoms, what responsibilities, and think about how much of our world is driven by money.
Yep.
Over the past few years, she's seen more people than ever before who are coming in and talking about Findom.
It's not about whether someone has the money or not. It's about whatever emotional experience they have. One theory is that if a man feels that earning and providing money is really connected to masculinity, however, in his relationships, that's not something that he's able to express, then perhaps this is an avenue for feeling a sense of contribution. If you're someone who's in control, looks after everyone else, sometimes it can feel really cathartic, healing and arousing to be in a completely submissive position. Often what we see with kinks and fetishes is an eroticization of some kind of social shaming.
Sarah says there is one myth she sees over and over again about the people who enjoy submission.
There is actually no difference between the general population and the kink and BDSM population and their experience of trauma. Everyone has trauma in the entire population. People are
So true.
working long hours, drinking to excess, having relationships that allow them to kind of be distracted. This might be one of them, but again, it's not unique. One of the most harmful things that we can do is to inject more fear.
I feel like
I mean, that
judgment-
thing about like people going into debt for this, that can be applied to any vice that someone has, whether that be drinking alcohol or gambling. This is just another one of those. To me, it's just interesting because I don't know. It's just interesting. This is a good video. I'm glad we watched this. I know it has nothing to do with what we were doing, but
about kinks
I enjoyed this.
often comes from fear, and that comes from not knowing about something. I would say look inwards. Is there something that maybe you're missing out on that you feel like you need to cast judgment on other people?
Oh, girlfriend, I'm not casting judgment. I'm snapping to you. That was crazy. Interesting. Thank you for that, Maro Kazan. 5 big booms. The amount of sports gambling advertising is so awful. I hate seeing so much of it. Yes, okay, that's the thing. I don't know if I don't really have. Is my music too loud? Let me turn down a little bit. I have no say in what ads show up in my stream, but I'm curious if you guys see those types of ads when you watch me. Because I would hate to advertise that. I think gambling is so fucking dumb. I will say that. It is. And I hate that people feel the need to do it. You just kind of get sucked into it. I don't know. It's like anything. Any addiction. Yeah, that was a really informative video. I enjoyed watching that. In moderation, I think it is okay, but the sports betting being advertised is just awful. Yeah, and it's like they have a lot of celebrities who advertise it, or they have like, oh, your first bet is free. Like, okay, yeah, because they know you're gonna lose money, so obviously they're gonna make it free. Yeah, I don't know. That's something I will, like, I'm thankful that I have no interest in, so I will never dip my Piggy Wigglies, my Toesy Woesies into that. Yay for not being interested in sports. And I'm like well aware that any type of addiction or thing like that, it's like you are self-medicating. Like you are, you know, you are doing that because you're healing some other part of your body, or you think you are healing your mind or whatever, you know. There's just other options. But sometimes that there's no options, and that's the thing. That's why people will drink. That's why people will do stuff like that. Because it's cheaper than getting healthcare or going to therapy or things like that. You know? Like cowardly. Yeah, the cheapest form of therapy, put it in the box and ignore the box. I wonder if he's even in here. He's probably in here. He's just not listening. Pretty happy with how this looks so far. That girl we rated last night who was doing the oil painting made me want to try oil painting. She was saying that acrylic is harder than oil. And I mean, that's the thing. I've never tried oil, so I don't know. But I only use acrylic. So maybe one day we'll do an oil paint stream. I can hear my mom downstairs. She's on the phone with like an automated thing, and she's getting even like more and more frustrated as the phone call's going on. I just hear her yell, "Yes!" And she's like yelling the numbers. I love her. She's funny. I'm sure there's a way she can do that on the computer. That's so funny. And now she's saying operator. Oh, mother. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how this is going so far. Sorry, what am I guilty of now? Everything. I think we were talking about how people have vices often because we're not accusing me of pay piggery, right? We're not. We're not. We're actually accusing you of the opposite. I was saying that oftentimes people have vices because it's cheaper than like therapy or healthcare or whatever it is that they're needing to fix. And you have the cheapest way, which is putting it in the box. Alcoholism? No, close. Yes, the box. The box. The box is cheaper than therapy or alcoholism. Exactly. We love the box. Don't we, folks? A little column A, column B. Yep. I'm back. Welcome back, Mara Kazam. Everyone in my family drinks though. My brother gets the shakes if he doesn't. Hey, I'm not hating on alcoholism. I'm hating on the fact that people feel the need to do that because they don't have access to other things that might solve the root issue of why they might be drinking. You feel me? No judgment coming from this girl right here. No, you can judge. I don't want to. I don't want to. This is some low-life behavior, TBH. I don't know. I'm so involved with my own life and my own decisions. I really don't care to judge other people on theirs. You know? My manager was telling me that I should start streaming like while I'm streaming on TikTok or while I'm streaming on Twitch, also stream on TikTok. It sounds like it's not allowed, but he was like, oh, I see people do it all the time. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if they're allowed to do that. You guys know what I'm talking about? I've seen people do it. I know, I have too. I just don't know if that, it seems like it shouldn't be allowed, you know? And I'm also just curious how they do it. I think multi-streaming is allowed now? It used to be TOS? Okay, I have to look into that then. I'm gonna look into that. Majority Report does it, and he's pretty big. I didn't know that. Okay, let me. I have some homework. Yes, you can multi-stream. It's been allowed for a while now. Is it easy to do? I don't know if you guys would know that, but what the heck? That seems a little overwhelming. Agamail Ludwig did a vid on it. What is it called? What I Ludwig's take on multi-streaming. Quitting YouTube streaming. I'll look at that later. Skinhead wig now? No, for real. Okay, I'll look at that later. Add to... I used to watch the Newegg infomercial stream that was partially on TikTok because the host was depressed, divorced dad who would trash the products. He got fired though. Damn. Poor guy. Okay, crazy. I might look into that. I mean, if I did, I would still want to push people over to here. You know what I mean? Like, I'd say, hey, like, thanks for following my TikTok. Watch me on Twitch. Called himself James Midlife Crisis. Love that. What a name. Hmm. Could work for you. It seems like you pop off over there. Swear, it's literally just because the Hasanabi heads watch them. Like, I mean, I have more followers on TikTok for sure. It could just help. I don't think it could hurt. All can do it. Yeah, but get them in here. Okay, true. True. This is true. I'll look into it. I'll put it on my to-do list. TikTok is fun. Like, once I got the hang of it, like making the TikToks, I do enjoy it. San did YouTube dual stream once for an election debate, so he didn't get DMCA. I also wonder if it's like, it'll be too stressful on my computer. It's probably fine. Got semi-clapped on YouTube if I remember correctly. Got a little slap on the wrist. Your PC is pretty good. Yeah, it would probably be fine. Yeah, there was this one guy who raided me before, so I followed him on here, on Twitch. And then, dude, like, the day after, I saw him streaming on TikTok, and he was doing the dual stream. I checked on Twitch, and he was also streaming the exact same thing. Yeah, I guess it's pretty common, and I'm just not doing it. I gotta start doing it. This looks pretty good so far. I like. The manager that I was talking about who told me to dual stream, he keeps calling me Rena Chan, and I'm too embarrassed to correct him. He sees me, he goes, Rena Chan, and I'm like, oh. Oh, yeah, that's me. I changed my whole brand. I changed my name just so I don't have to tell him that it's not my name. Love him. He's funny. Not Rena Chan. Like, what do I say? No, you're wrong. This is where it's kind of hard. Did I miss any other discourse while at work? You watched the Pay Pig video with us, didn't you? That was a big part of it. We talked a little bit about addictions. Not really, just a little bit. I don't think you missed much. I think you're good. You might have missed my parasocial update about talking about customers asking about my name and if I speak Russian, and asking about my middle name. I did miss Parasocial update. Pretty much, long story short, I worked later today. So I worked at 6 when like a standard schedule for me is 5 a.m. And they asked me to do what I normally do at 5 a.m. but at 6 a.m. Okay, this looks weird. How's this? I need to fix this. And I was like, yeah, I can do it. And I just did it really fast. But in turn, I made some mistakes that they later were like, hey, this is wrong, this is wrong. And I was like, well, that's crazy. It's like you gave me less time than I normally have to do it. A whole hour less. Crazy that I made mistakes. So that was like a little annoying. That was like the start of my morning. It wasn't a big deal, but it was just kind of frustrating. So that happened, and then I had some nice customers and then some kind of weird customers asking about my name and stuff. Asking me if I speak Russian, which is actually not super uncommon. I've gotten that quite a few times. It's just always funny when people ask that. I say like, oh, I get that a lot, actually. So random. That's about it, though. Nothing crazy. People always ask what kind of Middle Eastern I am. See, I don't get questions. I'm a white girl. People don't ask me stuff like that. I can't imagine what that's like. I feel like I would get annoyed. Like, what? First of all, why does it matter? Second of all, I'm not gonna tell you. Like, it's one thing if they're like, well, I'm fill in the blank. I thought you might also be fill in the blank. I've been called racial slurs I wasn't even aware of. Stop. You're like, doesn't count. You racially profiled me wrong. Like, I thought it was a Johnny Quest character. What's Johnny Quest? Johnny Quest? You can't reference a 1964 show and expect me to know what this is. The Adventures of the 10-year-old son of a government scientist. That is so your vibe, Cowardly. So your vibe. Okay. This looks weird. I need to work on this. This looks odd. Teaching cartoon, but his Indian friend's name is now a racial slur. The way I read that is his friend's name is now an adventure. I just thought he was a kid who loved adventure. Okay, now I need to see what his name is. Hi, Lana. J. Cole, more like J. Really Cool Painting or whatever. Love you. How are you, my dear? How is your stream? Are you still streaming? I got your notification. Johnny Quest characters? Oh wait, controversy? Controversy. I'm not gonna say the word, but I can see what the racial slur it would be. I have to pee. I'll be right back. What are we talking about? Oh, good, you're done. Sorry, I was drowning. Ah. Damn, just got here. Now I'm being washed away by a strong piss. It was good, just a mini stream because I work at 4:30 tomorrow. Slay, we love an early shift. We're talking about the racial slurs we've been called. Were we? Or you were? Searched up his name, and it is the term for someone who makes the trek to Mecca. Oh geez, that's an intense piss. All those paintings are about to be watercolor after this. The character, though, is for sure problematic character presentation. Muslims don't wear turbans. Yeah. That's 1964 for ya. I don't know if I don't think I've been called a racial slur. I think I've just been called mean names. Can't think of one. That's because you're white. That's what I'm saying. I'm just... Exactly. I can't say that word. Ritz crackers. You are a Ritz cracker. Exactly. Now I've been called one. Thanks, guys. I'm not gonna get banned. More of a saltine. You guys remember in school when like you had an upset tummy and the teacher would give you, or the nurse would give you saltine crackers? Hassan says it now all the time. Yo, low-key, fuck with saltines. They're kind of good. The nurse didn't give me anything. Okay, I'm starting to realize I was an odd child, okay? The more I talk about it, the more I'm like, that's not normal. I used to go to the nurse's office a lot. Like, I just wanted to go and hang out. And she would give you sometimes milk and saltine crackers. Like if your tummy hurt, you know? Wait, did Lana see the sheriff pic? I don't... Lana was here last night for some of it. I don't know if she saw the sheriff pic. Sheriff Cowardly. Okay, Loki fucks with this playlist. It's pretty good. Milk for a tummy ache is diabolical. Wait, true. True. Maybe it wasn't milk. She definitely gave crackers though. No, I left before that. You want to see it? Find it. Hassan is going to finally game tonight. Dang, so my TikTok is wrong. How do I do messages? Here we go. This is Sheriff Cowardly. So funny. I'm sure I have some silly pictures like this too. Oh, I do. I showed you them yesterday. So this is little narc Cowardly. Bro looks dead inside. I think he was just like, as he's getting this picture taken, he's like, oh my god, what is my teacher doing to me? What am I getting myself into? Soon to be the most hated child in what? You probably what, first grade, second grade here? The box technique. This is where the box technique began. Origins of the box technique. This photo. Funny. Even as a baby, he was in the Mind Palace. Exactly. That's funny. $1.99, baby. $1.99. I feel like I should retake the test. I don't know. I felt truthful with everything I was saying. Do you think my autism has spread? Well, does it spread or do I take some of your autism and then yours goes down? Is that how that works? Could be. I think if I have to self-diagnose myself, I would probably say I have some sort of OCD. I think that's what I would say. I don't think I have anxiety. I don't think I'm depressed. Hi, Avalon. How are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm also good. Thank you. We're self-diagnosing ourselves right now. Well, I am. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever I have, I feel like it doesn't affect my life enough where I need to go to a doctor about it. So I'll live with it. Who is this guy? This is J. Cole. Oh, I didn't put that in the title. I should probably put that in the title. Just painting. I don't know about that one, boss. Okay, well, that's fine. You don't need to know. It's fine. I know. That's what matters. This guy. Don't worry, Avalon. We'll get back to Minecraft. Not today, though. I wanted to make some good progress on this speed. So. Probably tomorrow, though. Oh, shit. I got diagnosed with a bunch of things I don't even believe in. I'd say that's fake news. Don't believe in them. Keep up the good work. That's all I have to say. I'm no doctor, clearly. K-Dog is a doctor. We can ask her. Like, dysthymia is a very fake name. I'm Googling that. It is a fake. Literally everything is fake. Everything is fake. Do you ever look in the mirror and say your name repeatedly and are like, this is not a real word. I'm not real. I kind of do that regularly. Cowardly. Yeah, this isn't real. Put it in the box. It's in the box. Like, every word is just made up, you know? Nothing's real. Nothing's real. Electrotherapy kind of seems cool though, like just for fun. Just to get a little zzz. You know, like how Pop Rocks felt as a kid. This is adult Pop Rocks, but in your brain. Not a bad idea. Turn it up a little bit. Just for funsies. I need to find a way to sell these as prints. What's the word? Is it called like passive income? Passive income? Yeah. My friend, she's the one who told me I should start doing this. Like to just sell not even prints, but just digital copies of my art so people can print them out themselves. She said she does that with some of her art. And she does it with like crochet crochet whatever patterns, and that like she posts it once and then that's it, you know what I mean? Like she just gets money from it. Like this could be a good way to do that. Sounds rad. I think they'd sell. I don't know. It's like anything. There's so many. Thank you. I think that's sweet of you to say. But there's so many talented people in the world. You just have to kind of get lucky with what you make and like getting noticed or whatever. But I will say, when I posted that TikTok of the one I made of Hassan, so many people were like, please let me buy that, please like sell that or sell prints of that. I do think that when he opens his PO box, I'm gonna send that to him with a note saying like you should maybe auction this off or something for a charity stream or whatever. I think that would be, I feel like he could get more money that way versus if I were to do it, you know? So it's going to something good, hopefully. But yeah, I do want to sell these. Not I don't want to sell these. I don't want to sell my actual ones, but I definitely want to sell prints. Use it as a chance to advertise. I kind of want to. I really like, we're thinking the same way. Get your money up. I'm trying. I'm trying. I feel really good right now where like I make money. Find a Turkish Oilers. Sign me up. Sign me up. I work my regular job that pays my bills and, you know, does that for me, right? And then this is my fun job that doesn't make it, like, for the amount of hours I put into this, it's not equivalent to the money I'm making. You know what I mean? Like, this is definitely, I do this because I love it. I'm not doing this to profit. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. I'm happy with the job that I have because I'm able to have these hours where I can have a consistent streaming schedule for the most part, except for today when I got here late. Yeah, I'm very satisfied with how things are going right now. That being said, selling my art prints would be really cool. I think that would be neat. I just also don't know what I would charge for them. The prints, that they would be cheap, you know what I mean? Like, it's literally just printing paper. But I've had people ask to buy these and I have no idea what I would charge. I really don't know. A bike? Wait, great point. I'm just gonna start asking for bikes. That's so funny. Okay, so that bike was probably what, like a couple $100? And she barely used it. So I would say that was like, so when she was selling the bike to just random people, nobody bought it, I think she was asking like $100. I think my paintings are worth more than $100. Like, if I was serious about selling one, I think like a couple $100 is like a fair price based on the amount of time I put into it. The materials, they're cheap. It's not material based. For me, it's just the time. I spend an average of like well, let's think about this one. This 2 hours plus what we did, like an hour yesterday. I would say I go anywhere between 4 to 8 hours for a painting. 4 to 8 hours. Minimum wage. Let's say I'm charging $20 an hour for a painting. That's nothing. I would probably charge, I don't know. I don't know. Have you been told by people that they would like to buy your art? I have. Maro Kazam, I don't know if you've seen this TikTok. I need to show you this TikTok. Dog minimum wage over here is $7.50. I think my minimum wage now is like, let's see, California minimum wage. I mean, I want to say like $16. $16.50. Virginia is in shambles. It sounds like it. It sounds like it. Let me find my TikTok. So this TikTok. This TikTok. I had a lot of people DM'd me asking me if they could buy this from me. They're like, I'm very serious about purchasing this. Please let me know if you're selling it. And I was like, I considered it. I really considered it. But some people commented hog out and everything. No, literally. Where was it? This is my most Rita, come on, this is easy money. This was my most insane TikTok. Someone said like you could buy this or you could sell this for thousands or something. Yeah, see, like, are you selling prints? Size and taps to buy. People are funny. How much? Tell me right now. See, that's the thing. Like, do you do commissions? Like, this is different. the Hasanabi heads are different. Hasanabi heads like to support others. I know they do. I know. Okay, so I don't know if you were in here, Maro Kazam, but I was considering taking that painting, the TikTok I just showed you, and sending it to Hassan and having, I'd say, like, feel free to put this up in your house, but maybe you want to like auction it off or something for like Connor does those charity streams. You could auction that off. Because Hassan is just stupid things to auction off. That would be a good thing. I think people would want that. Anyway. You totally should send that to him when he opens up his PO box again. I plan on it. And then Cowardly was saying you need to advertise. So I'll definitely put like a note or something that says like, this is me. I don't know. Like, follow me on Twitch. I don't know. I mean, not him, obviously, but like maybe other people will see it. But before that, I definitely want to scan to get a digital copy of it. So then I could sell prints of it if I wanted to. I don't know. There's just so much going on. Maybe I'll get my act together next month when I have a week off. For my birthday. Yes, you need to shout yourself out to get more clout. I know. I'll get there, guys. I'll get there. Trust. I believe. Okay, what was I working on? This part? Pretty good. Good. Let's look at it from here. I just like to look at it from... That's looking good. I'm happy with it so far. The hair, like, at first things looked kind of weird, but the hair on the face looks very good. Thank you. You should digitize the painting and post it in OK Buddy. I think I tried before. Can anyone post in there? He doesn't go on there often, does he? I feel like he doesn't. You know, I also have this one. I did this one way before I did the other one. I like this one a lot. I'm happy with it. And I have that shirt. That's why I like that picture. Yep, you can get it vetted by some folks. Vetted. Drink. Anyway. You can post in there. The subreddit gets vetted to weed out the bad. I love that. I'll look into it for sure. I just have like an ongoing list of things that I want to do. Hey, buddy. That is what I meant. I should have typed that out so you could actually read. You're fine. I'm slowly but surely improving my stream. And all things related to that. Okay. I don't want to do this yet. This is all white. I guess I could paint this now. I wish I could listen to regular music without worrying about getting muted. I feel like these are much more enjoyable when we can listen to music. It's still enjoyable. I'm glad. Thank you for saying that. I like what you were listening to. It's chill and easy to vibe to. Perfect. I listen to this kind of stuff all the time. But yeah, I did enjoy making you hear my awful taste in music. I liked the music you would send. But yeah, I did like choosing music that kind of fit the vibe of whatever I was doing at the time. This is all white. I said this before, but I kind of want to do like on a day that I'm not in the mood to game, just like watch YouTube videos. Like what we did today with the pay pigs. That was kind of enjoyable. I enjoyed that. I would love a React stream. I feel like the thing is too, especially you guys, we probably watch a lot of the same things. Like, I definitely have my like niche YouTube channels that I watch, but I don't know. Like I just watched last night. I'd watch it. Okay, maybe we'll plan for that. Like last night, or was it two? Not pay pig content. When we were Hasanabi heads, we crave Hassan reacts. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys, you get me. You get me. Yeah, like, what was it? Like I watched the Boy Boy video 2 nights ago or whatever, the prayer app one. I have so many things I could send for you to react to. I mean, that'd make it easy for me. I liked what you sent today. It felt educational. It was nice and, like, for lack of a better word, clean. It fit the vibe. I need to watch that one still. It was pretty funny. I mean, it was just, you know. Boy videos are pretty, I don't want to say similar to each other, but they, you know, I feel like the one that they did recently with it was an interrogation one. That was so intense and that took a lot more research and stuff. But this one was nice and simple and to the point. Their Patreon videos are worth it to pay. Really? I don't pay anyone on Patreon. I've never used Patreon. I love them. They're so funny. I want to go to Australia. I don't. Why not? I would not survive the outback, heat and spiders. I don't like spiders. I do like heat. The snakes are fine though. That is one of my, oh, you just reminded me. Pretty sure I could outsmart a kangaroo and get a win. Okay, this is why, you guys, we have to redo my, what's it called? My tier ranking of animals I could fight. I wonder if I took a picture of that, the results, somewhere. I don't know if I said I could fight a kangaroo. I think I said no. But on my bingo board is hold a snake. And one of my friends that I work with, she has multiple snakes. And she said I could come over after work because she lives right by my work. And I could hold her snake. That might happen within the next couple days, actually. Probably Saturday. Friday or Saturday. I think she works. I plan out how to fight every animal if it comes to it. Okay, I was getting a lot of shit at work the other day because I was talking about fighting a bear. And they're like, I don't know if you're just like memeing, but like you couldn't do it. I'm like, you don't understand who I am and you don't understand my confidence level, my willpower, my vibes, any of it. I think everyone who thinks I couldn't fight a bear, you need to work on your own self-esteem and don't project that onto me. That's all I have to say. Oh yeah, but then I was talking about a bald eagle. They're like, the bear strategy is to force your fist into its mouth and cause it to vomit. That's crazy. Not a bad idea. I might be stealing that. That's actually crazy. Cowardly. Not a bad idea. I don't want to test it out. But not upset the bear. I want him to feel okay afterward. An expert may be able to keep the fist in there to cause it to choke. No, it's death. Okay, I don't want it to die. I just want it to feel threatened. That's all. But yeah, I was talking about a bald eagle, and they're like, do you know how big those are? I'm like, do you know how big I am? And they're like, well, what about its large talons? And I'm like, it doesn't have any hands. Hello? I do feel animosity towards the bear. Why? I don't. We're just vibing. Bald eagle is an easy kill. That's what I'm saying. Grip the talons. Give him one of these. You know what I mean? Do the chickens have large talons? See, the way you guys feel about me and call me younger than you or whatever, that's how I feel at work. I work with a lot of 20-something-year-old girls, and I'll make like a Napoleon Dynamite reference like that, and they're like, what's that? I'm like, have you seen Napoleon Dynamite? They're like, no. And I want to scream. I want to scream, Tina, you fat lard, come get some dinner. Old man Rena. No, literally. They'll call me mommy sometimes, and I'm like, stand straight. Damn straight. Okay. Okay. Now for the hairs on his chinny chin chin. You guys remember that message that guy said to me that one time? I'm assuming it was a guy, sorry. But they were like, oh, they said something about your nice hairless face or something. That was a new one. That was a new one for me. Napoleon Dynamite is peak millennial humor, one of the defining movies of our generation. Yeah, I don't think I'm considered a millennial. I've never been a woman on the internet. I have. Kind of cool. Kind of sucks. What year were you born? I was just about to Google it. I was born in 1998. I think I'm in between the whatever it is. Gen Z and millennial. Is that it, Gen Z? I don't know. I don't know any of these. You technically are a Zoomer, early Gen Z. Bro, you're a year younger than me. Lana, welcome back. Maybe you've been here. Yeah. What'd you think I was? I think we've talked about this before. We've defo talked about this. I was lurking. Lurk away, babe. Playing Minecraft? Play. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I'm changing this. Lana, how would you kill a bear if it came to it? If I had to kill a bear, I'd probably die, but... Did you hear Cowardly's tactic? I don't know, dynamite? No, it's fist on fist. What are you gonna physically do to it? No, be self-confident. Yes! Pop off Cowardly. My mindset with everything. No dynamite. No Napoleon Dynamite. Fix the cuffs with a bear. I'm dying. No. Is seduction an option? Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Whatever works. Believe in yourself a bit. Exactly. I accept you as a millennial. You got the vibes. You know what? I don't know if I want to be either. I don't want to be Gen Z or a millennial. I feel like they're so different. But I guess if I had to choose one or the other, I'd probably choose a millennial. I don't know. They're so different. I'm Gen Z. Yeah, Lana, I think we're cuspers. We're on the cusp. You only get to be a Zoomer if you can do the Fortnite dances. I could probably do a couple. You got it. There's non-binary for the generation you were part of. I can't do the Fortnite dances. You are an old soul. Maybe I'm just a boomer then. I would say I am an old soul. Can I, like, what Fortnite dances could I do? I think there's a floss. I can do the flossing. I can dab. I can wittily do the gwitty. I can do all of those, actually. Hit the gritty. I can't! Not here. Not here, not now. Call me a millennial. I'm not hitting the gritty. This looks weird, but it's gonna look better. Trust. Trust. Did you guys know that Easter is again on 420 Blaze It? We love that, don't we, folks? And I don't have to work. Ayy. I'm so happy. Are you still on those poopy sodas? Funny you should ask, Cowardly. This is my last of this flavor. Of this one. Lemon lime. I just painted on myself. And then, damn it. And then, but the other ones that I have, I don't like. They're like blue. They're like blue raspberry or something. Where's my water? You bought it in bulk, right? Yeah, I'm never doing it again. It's on 420 again. I don't see it's been 420 at all. It definitely has been 420. Maybe not the past few years. Maybe I'm thinking of like a long time ago. It has definitely been 420 Easter before. I think I've also had Easter land on my birthday multiple times as well. I am being reborn. Yeah, so I probably won't be drinking any more of these ever again. After this one. I might just bring the extras to work and say, here you go. Please take these. Yeah, it's this like weird shirt. It's almost like waffle. That's the waffle. It's a waffle type. Figure it out. Good. They wrecked your ass on community playdate. No, they didn't. I think it was it's like I wish they wrecked my ass. You know what I mean? Like I think if anything, I just couldn't get my ass wrecked. You know what I mean? You have built a tolerance to gray meat. I have. It was last Easter on 420 in 2014. Okay, see, this is what I'm saying. I have no concept of time. 2014, you know what I was doing? I was probably developing an eating disorder. So, my concept of time is gone. Anyway, happy Easter. That isn't fun. Well, you know, that's life. It's fine. We're fine. It is weird when Easter is in March. I agree. You gotta split up the holidays. March, St. Patrick's Day. Easter, April. Mother's Day, May. June, is that Father's Day? July, 4th of July. August. What do we get in August? Nothing. I do not remember holidays. Are you talking about just like when they're supposed to happen or like past holidays? When they happen. I'm a very big fan of holidays. I love big holiday. Big dental, big holiday. I like to dress up. I guess that's what it is. I like dressing up for holidays. I don't have a calendar. Ironically, the calendar I have doesn't have any dates on it. I like holidays that give me a day off paid. I don't get any paid days off. Fuck, maybe I need to step up my game. We get paid extra on some days, on some holidays. I think they call it like a $10 premium. Neener. Shut your mouth. Yeah, we get what is it? It's like we get our hourly pay. We get hourly pay and then $10 on top of what our hourly pay is per hour. If I choose not to take the day off, I get paid extra. Okay, slay. See, I wouldn't take the day off. I would just, unless it's like Christmas or something, you know. But even then, like, I don't work on Christmas. Thankfully, we get Christmas off. I've transcended desire for money. Oh, we know. Cowardly. You don't need to tell us. We know. We've been knowing. The hard part is the photo I'm referencing cuts off right here. So I'm just kind of making up what I think would go here. I don't fucking know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I bought a new water flosser today out of spite for your dentist. That is so funny. She said they were good. It's just like a bonus. Like, you should still be flossing regularly. That's all she said. She said, I didn't need it. She's like, you're doing fine with what you're doing right now. That's so funny. They're fun. They sound messy. I think that's what's also turning me off, is they're like, it'll go everywhere, you know? I need my bathroom clean. No. Well, out of spite, I'm never gonna use one. Like that. You aren't using a super soaker? Then I don't want it. I'm just gonna buy a super soaker and spray my mouth. Spite for who? You. And K-Dog, because K-Dog also says she really likes it. Okay, 'tis bedtime. Good night, B words, B words. Sweetest dreams, Lana Wads. I hope you have sweet dreams of fighting a bear and doing a really good job at it. Cowardly will remember that. that I'm never gonna use a water flosser. I like using real floss. I like using floss sticks. I always have floss in my purse. I bring it to work. When I spent the night at my friend's house the other day, she was like, do you need to go get anything like from the store or whatever for the sleepover? Because I wasn't planning on sleeping over. And I was like, well, a toothbrush. And she was like, I'm almost positive you have one on you. Like, you are not you if you don't have one on you. And I did. I had one in my purse. The hate you hold towards me. Yeah, never forget it, cowardly. That's all I have to say. Hate is a strong word. Which is why I'm using it. Imagine a Telltale game about Twitch streaming where you make an eternal enemy in chat. That is what you've done. Love that. I would play that game. I'd play it all the way through. I wouldn't get distracted by another game. That's what you've done. That's funny. I do like those Telltale games. Yeah, one of the last really good games I liked was The Walking Dead. That was really fun. Okay. Beard hairs. Almost done. Water flosser. You know what I want? I want what they have at the dentist. That's like, I don't know if it's not like a drill, but whatever it is, it squirts out water, and it's what they use, I think, to like clean up plaque. I don't know. I want one of those. I think it'd be fun. Why don't you ask your dentist for one if you're so close? Yeah, we're actually like this. We're besties. You're so right. I am gonna ask her for one. That's so funny. I bet they're so expensive. Let me look it up. Tools that a dentist uses. The saliva ejector. I love that. A dental drill? Dental drill with water? Do dentists drill with water? Isn't that what they used to call you? They still call me that, actually. Dental drills may also feature water spray mechanisms to ensure accuracy and safety during drilling procedures. I think that's what it is. The drill that also shoots out water. Get it for 65 bucks on eBay. It's not bad. I'd buy one of those. Dental pick. It's like a dental pick with water. Rabbit. Ah, these are just showing me water picks. Water flosser. Tools that a dentist use to remove plaque. Oh, that's not what it is. That's a plaque scraper. Man, maybe I should be a dentist. I love this kind of stuff. I love a clean tooth. Anyway. Okay. Oops. Whoa, calm down. What was I doing? What? Punching stuff? I'm not punching anything. Having a bit of gamer rage. This is the one place where I should not have any gamer rage. You know what I think is dumb? At my job, I have to pay for my health insurance, right? But it's nice. I have access to health insurance, right? But you have to hit a certain number of hours to be able to get the option to pay for health insurance. Like, it just sounds kind of dumb when I say it out loud. All of it's dumb. I think it should be fucking free, first of all. But that's besides the point. I was having lunch with these girls that I work with, and they were talking to me about like their hours and stuff, and they're like, I'm really stressed that I'm not gonna meet my hours because I really need health insurance. And I'm like, isn't that fucked? Isn't that fucked? That even though they're paying, it is reduced because, you know, it's through work, so like that makes sense. But it's just like, I don't know, that they're still stressed. They still work like 4 days a week. Like, that's a lot. Anyway, stupid. Yeah, I worked a job where they kept me at 39 hours a week. That's what I'm saying. It's horrible. It's so stupid. I work 5 days a week. I work 5 days a week too. But my 8-hour shift includes my lunch. So technically I'm only taking technically I'm only working 7.5 hours each day. That makes sense. It's stupid. A 4-day work week is the future we need. It is. I've been really tempted to go down to 4 days a week at work, but I don't think I should. I don't know if I could, like, financially / making sure I hit my health insurance hours. But oh my god, 3 days off sounds so nice. Like 4 10-hour shifts. Straight up. Straight up. Now tell me, do you... Okay, I would... If you offered me that over 5 8-hour shifts, I would totally do the 4 10-hour shifts. Hands down. You told me, Marina, you're working 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. I would do it. Easy. 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 Four-day work week, just 8 hours with no reduction in pay. Hell, I'd take that too. Give me either. I'm not picky. I'm not picky. One of my coworkers does 3 12-hour shifts, then finishes the rest whenever. Okay, that's a little too much. That kind of sounds like hell. No thanks. I called something hell today. What was it? I don't know. And then it made me think of Minecraft. I'm just always yearning for the mines. What can I say? Being able to work 32-hour weeks and paid the same for a 40-hour week would be incredible. I wish I lived in a country where they're doing that. I know. Me too. Gladly defect if possible. Do you guys work from home? I feel like you guys do. I think you both have said you do. I do, same, I do too. Companies that participated in a 4-day work week study would adopt different methods to meaningfully shorten their employees' work weeks, from giving them 1 day a week off to reducing their work days in a year to average out to 32 hours per week, but had to ensure the employees still received 100% of their pay. At the end of the experiment, employees reported a variety of benefits related to their sleep, stress level, personal lives, mental health, according to results. Hop off. Companies' revenues stayed broadly the same during the 6-month trial period, but rose 35% on average when compared with a similar period from previous years. Resignations decreased. Of the 61 companies that took part in the trial, 56 said that they would continue to implement 4-day work weeks after the after the pilot ended. 18 of which said that the shift would be permanent. That's crazy. 2 companies are extending the trial. Only 3 companies did not plan to carry on with the element of the 4-day. That's crazy. Where was this done? Is this in the US? It makes sense. It really does make sense. Nice. Thank you. Thank you for that. Washington results UK. Start reading for free. Oh, I don't want to enter an email. Thank you. Thanks, Maro Kazan. Love this. Archive dot is always clutch. Love it. So this is in the UK. I'm gonna read that for sure later. I'm gonna pin it up at work on the wall and see how long it takes for me to get in trouble. Rena Labor Revolutionist arc. For real. For real. Excuse me. Okay, buddies. I know this is lame and this is short, but I'm kind of hungry. All that talk about flossing and gray meatballs really got me going. I think I'm gonna go and eat some dinner. Finish my poopy soda. But this is the progress we made. I'm very happy with this, actually. I think it looks pretty good so far. The hard part is coming up, which is the detail. I know this is lame is kind of your catchphrase. Do I say that a lot? I've been told I say totally a lot. And people make fun of me at work. I'll say something, then they'll be like, totally. I'm like, fuck you. It looks great. Thank you. I'm actually very happy with how it's looking so far. Love me some J. Cole. I know this is lame. I need to be aware of... I don't want to sound annoying, so I guess I'm going to stop saying that. Thank you, Cowardly. I'm never going to say it again. I know this is not lame. It's actually really cool. Made some good progress on this. Still a lot to go. It looks like it's getting there, but there's a lot of details that need to be done. This is undone. The shirt is what's gonna stress me out. It's already stressing me out. But yeah, I'm gonna probably go, and since the sun is still... It's not up, but it's still light out. I might go for a run and then eat dinner. Be free, speak your truth. I know this is lame, but I'm definitely gonna have meatballs with chimichurri sauce. And I know this is lame, but I had that for lunch as well, and I'm gonna eat it again. Anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. I think it's so cool that I get to do this every day. And it's cool that you guys are here with me. So, you guys have a good night. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully earlier. Not earlier, but I mean like on time, 3:30. Hopefully on time. Have a good one, nighty night. Bye. Sweetest dreams to you both. Thank you for being here. You guys make it fun. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.